up? This is Jakob from Flick of the Finger magazine, and I'm sitting here backstage at Copenhell 2018 with
Daniel Oliver from Nothing More. I play bass.
Awesome. So playing Copenhell, what do you think? Is it your first time?
Yeah, first time. Awesome festival, awesome lineup. I hear it rains here a lot, so we got the good day, so we're stoked.
Yeah, this is the good day.
Yeah, got to watch Steel Panther right after we played. That was sick. I don't know. It's awesome. Our first festival in Denmark, and hopefully we'll be invited back.
So these big gigs, how do you feel about those?
You know, it's kind of mixed. It's like the best of times and the worst of times. Usually festivals, that's where everything goes wrong, and it's usually in front of the biggest group of people, you know, you could imagine. But today everything was just perfect. You know, we kind of did a line check, and there were probably like 4 or 5 people out in the crowd, and it's like, well, you know, first festival, no idea what to expect. And then, you know, we're all warming up backstage. None of us peeked, you know, to see who was there, and we came out and it was like, holy hell, this is awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, when you have a mosh pit during a bass solo, you know, you know it's a good time.
Oh yeah. How do you prepare for major gigs like this?
You know, about an hour and a half before we play, we all start just moving and stretching, and then we do a big vocal warm-up together, and take a shot of whiskey, and, you know, kind of collect the team and kind of get our heads in the game and make sure we're all, you know, everyone knows the set, everybody is just ready to, like, jump on it, and then we go. And we put all of our hands in the middle right before we go on and chant Bill Brasky on 3, who's a fictional character from an old Saturday Night Live skit.
Right.
Yeah, so
cool.
It's fun.
What are your inspirations? I mean, I just heard Rage Against the Machine. Which band do you, as a band, identify yourself with the most?
Yeah, it's a super tough question. We're all very into, obviously, Tool and Rage Against the Machine. Right. We're all very into Carnival, an Australian band. You know, it ranges from, you know, Imogen Heap to Dr. Dre to Jimmy Eat World. You know, right now we're all listening to Nothing But Thieves. Their last record dropped kind of recently, and they're awesome. Yeah, I don't know. We take inspiration from everywhere, you know. Like, I started listening to Wagner recently, which was cool, you know. But yeah, I mean, inspiration's all around you. It doesn't have to necessarily be in your genre. It doesn't necessarily have to even be music, you know. Like, I build all the set for the stage, and I don't know, I like looking at structures and just seeing, I don't know, creation is all around us, and that's kind of what we pull from. So
I actually interviewed a hard rock band a year ago, and they were singing. The singer said that he was inspired from Shania Twain.
Wow!
Like, really?
Oh, she's great. Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
So funny.
Yeah. What are your personal inspirations?
Me personally, trying to think, as far as like music goes, like I grew up listening to Led Zeppelin. Like John Paul Jones to me is like the end all be all bass player. Yeah. Oh, he's holds it down. He's melodic, like he's a badass dude.
Yeah.
You know. And another big badass is Robert DeLeo from STP.
Yeah.
Even like Tony Kanal from No Doubt. Like, he's a fantastic bass player. Robert Sledge from Ben Folds 5, I really admire his work, as a bass player anyway, but as a songwriter and lyricist and all that stuff, like, we're all real into Thrice as well. Like, they're a huge inspiration as far as a band that goes deeper than just, you know, riffs and melodies and things like that. Like, when you're listening to Thrice, it's like reading a C.S. Lewis book, kind of, you know, like there's like a life change that kind of happens, and we strive for that with our music.
Right.
So, you know, just to be deep, like to help everyone explore the world around them and themselves and to make a change and to, you know, make a change in themselves and to find peace and happiness and all that jazz. So.
Wait, do you feel that Nothing More's music has changed during your career at this point? And if so, in what way?
Yeah, I mean, it's grown, you know. It's hard to say in what way. The Stories We Tell Ourselves, the first record we ever released, where Johnny didn't write and record most of the drums. He actually, like, this was the first record he just became a vocalist, you know, which is such a big deal, you know, to finally have him, like, back in the day, like, for the self-titled record, you know, he'd play drums, we'd write the music, make a really bad demo, take it into the kitchen, you know, and start writing lyrics and melody and things like that. And for this record, we actually got to do it all in real time, you know, with Ben. And Ben's the newest member, and, you know, there's always a lot of anxiety about switching people out. But he came in, and he's awesome. You know, we wrote, like, we gelled immediately with him, and I don't know, as a bass player, I really don't ever want to play with a different drummer than that guy. So, yeah, but I don't know, we're just getting older. Like, we take songwriting seriously and hope to grow, and, you know, we always want to become heavier, yet also lighter in the same sense, you know, just kind of push, airy. Yeah, more airy, more ethereal, just push harder into those, I don't know, there's so many bands that capture it so well, you know, and we want to be those gigantic bands that they can be heavy, they can be light, they can say what they mean to say, you know, off the cuff, and it hit home right away. So
So your new album has evolved you as a band. How is the new album different from your previous record? I know it's been a few years.
Yeah. I don't know. It's, you know, it's hard to say. You know, the last record, the self-titled record, we produced on our own and funded it through Kickstarter. It was before we were signed, and it really was kind of like a last ditch. You know, we spent 10 years in the underground, just broke as can be, trying to make this band work. And, you know, kind of at the 9th hour, like 11/7 found us and literally took that album and released it to the world. And so that was awesome. But we are not the, you know, now that we've toured the world, we've changed a lot, and 11/7 was cool enough to let us self-produce this record as well. Which is awesome. And it was cool, like, going back into that mode and seeing, like, we're all different now, you know, like, our guitar player has a little boy, and, you know, relationships have changed, but we're all still, like, the same people and still in love with music, and we never stopped, like, growing as people. So I feel like the Stories We Tell Ourselves is just it's the next level of maturing, like, as individuals. And like I said, hopefully it's heavier than the last record, but, you know, hopefully the songs reign true, and we're a more mature band. So
at Flick of the Finger, we have this 5 and 5 concept, which is like just 5 random questions.
Oh, cool.
And they tend to change over time. So your biggest fuck up on stage.
Biggest fuck up?
Where was that? What did you do?
Yeah, so I used to sing, like, some funk songs for the band. This is like 12 years ago, and we were at Texas A&M campus, and I used to smoke a pipe on stage as well. And I'm giving this intro about being a fat kid, you know, and it was a big gospel thing, you know, and we do these hits, and, you know, I'm talking, and I do the hit, and I just fall on my back, you know, and the pipe goes over there, and the bass is out of tune. And everyone just has to wait for me to get up and go back to the mic to keep, you know, because you can't just stop the gospel intro, you know. So that was pretty embarrassing. So I've fallen a lot, but usually it's fine. But at that time, everyone was waiting for me. It's like, well, we can't do the next part until Dan gets off his ass. So.
Right. You're changing your band's name to Your Favorite Fruit plus the reason you last took painkillers. What's your new band name?
Oh man, I guess it's I'm trying to think. Grapefruit motorcycle crash. That's awesome.
Your favorite 90s album?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. Probably STP, Stone Temple Pilots Core. If that was released in the 90s, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah. So that was a heavy record.
Yeah. What would your music superpower be, and which other bands would you use it on, and why?
So musical superpower? Oh man. I'm trying to think. I picture that Tenacious D moment, you know, where he's playing like both necks. Maybe not without, you know, the female part, but I think I would just go onto other bands' stages, you know, plug in and wail over them, you know, something like that.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm just here.
I'm just being me, you know. Gonna tell a rainbow to stop being a rainbow? No, you know, I'm just here. So,
jam, record, or tour. Who would you jam with, and who would you record with, and who would you go on tour with, past and present?
Gotcha. I think my dream tour at this point is Muse. Like, they're one of my favorite bands of all times, especially their bass player. Like, he has just sick tones and sick parts, like every record. So I would go on tour with them. I would write with
Led Zeppelin?
Maybe Jimmy Page, you know, John Paul Jones. I think, I don't know. It might be hard. Actually, there's a Canadian band, Our Lady Peace, that I think this band would also like to write with. They're one of our favorites. As far as production, is it John Feldman? Is that his name? Or I don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know producers that well, so we're happy doing it ourselves. I'll say that.
All right, cool. So,
Yeah.
I don't have anything else.
Dude, thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the support.
Thank you for checking out.
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thanks for checking out the music, and hopefully we'll see you at the show next time we're over here. Cheers.
Cool.